Number 19. If you continue to increase the intensity of light that a plant receives, what happens? So before you even look at your answer choices, you got to be thinking, well, what does light have to do with plants? Well, what it has to do with plants is that light is what powers photosynthesis. So if a plant has light, it does photosynthesis. So if you have more light, then I guess you can do more photosynthesis. So I would look now to see what matches that. A, the rate of photosynthesis increases with light intensity. That sounds pretty good. Let's look at B, the rate of photosynthesis decreases with light intensity. Well, why would it if you need light? C, the rate of photosynthesis increases and then levels off. Well, that sounds pretty complicated. Why would it level off? And then the rate of photosynthesis is not affected by light intensity. No, plants need lights for photosynthesis. So the answer was A. Number 20, which organism is not likely to carry out cellular respiration? So cellular respiration is just a hard term to associate with what it does. It's where we make ATP. So you got to think about it somehow to make it make sense to you, because the term cellular respiration just doesn't match making energy. So if you think about it this way, respiration, what's respiration? That's breathing. What do you breathe? You breathe oxygen. So now we're looking to see something that doesn't have or doesn't use oxygen. Flowers, do flowers use oxygen? Anaerobic bacterium, with bacterium is just singular for bacteria. Moths, do moths use oxygen? And a mushroom, does a mushroom use oxygen? The only one that doesn't is the one that it doesn't use oxygen in its name. Anaerobic bacteria means not aero, not needing oxygen or air. So anaerobic bacterium does not do cellular respiration. For one, they're anaerobic. Some anaerobic bacteria are even they are even killed in the presence of oxygen. It kills them. And plus, bacteria, we know that they don't have organelles for cell respiration. They don't have mitochondria. So they can't use oxygen and they don't have mitochondria anyways. Number 21, the starting molecule for glycolysis. So if you look at the word glycolysis, it tells you everything you need to know. So what does that look like to me? Well, it looks like glycogen. It looks like lysis, which means to break. So I'm talking about breaking down some type of carbohydrate. So if I look at my choices, breaking down some type of carbohydrate, what matches that? A, ADP, no, that's adenosine diphosphate. It's not a carb. B, pyruvic acid, no, that's what you get from glycolysis. C, glucose, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. And D, citric acid, no. So pyruvic acid and citric acid are associated with the process of cell respiration and making energy, but the pyruvic acid or pyruvate is what you make during glycolysis when glucose is chopped in half. Number 22, cellular respiration is to mitochondria as photosynthesis is to cytoplasm. I am making a recording. Sorry. So cell respiration is to mitochondria as photosynthesis is to what? So what's the relationship between cell respiration and mitochondria? Cell respiration occurs in the mitochondria. Photosynthesis occurs where? In the chloroplast. And is that an answer choice? Sure is. C. Number 23. Looks like another osmosis question here. When the concentration of solutes inside the cell is equal to the concentration outside the cell, the solution is said to be, oh, this is an easy one. So it's equal to hyper, more, hypo, less, iso, equal. And undergoing plasmolysis, we see that lysis, so something's breaking down. That doesn't sound like equilibrium. Number 24, a paramecium may ingest large food particles by what? So a paramecium is a single-celled protist, and it's going to ingest, it's going to bring in food particles. So we got to think about bringing in. Diffusion, osmosis, exocytosis, endocytosis. So your examples of osmosis and diffusion, well, they're both passive transport, and we know what that means, high concentration to low concentration. But when you think about eating, you're thinking about low to high concentration, which is active. Or you can just think about ingest is coming inside, endocytosis, inside the cell. Kind of makes sense. And number 25, plants must have a constant supply of this because it is a raw material needed for photosynthesis. So, raw materials for photosynthesis, plants need three things. They need 6 water molecules, 6 carbon dioxide, and sunlight. So, if I look at my choices over here, I have oxygen. Nope, they don't need that. They make that. Water, yes. ADP, no. That's kind of one of those intermediates. I don't know if you looked at the videos of the individual stages of photosynthesis, but there's a lot of ADP to ATP conversion happening. And then the last choice is glucose. No, just like oxygen, it's a product. So your answer is B.